Hi, Ladybugs. How are we doing tonight? How are all my Reborn mommy friends? Hopefully you guys are doing good. I am really sore tonight because I had to make dog food, and I did half of it today, and I have to do the other half tomorrow, but I'm so tired and so sore. But that's not a big deal. So let me tell you about this little one. I think I've told you about her before, but I'm going to tell you again. And you can't see it probably because it's too far away, but she's missing the tip of her middle finger. My daughter had a bunny years ago, like 2018, that chewed on her finger. And I don't care. I'll never give her up. So this is The Sunny by Joanne Kazmiak. Here, let me show her to you. Let me get her a little closer. There she is. And she was a gift from my best friend. See, there's her finger. Right before she passed away, she bought me this baby, and it came a couple days before she died. So this is from Karen. Her name is Gracie Karen. Isn't she beautiful? The only thing that's weird about her is I don't think you guys can see it, but she has this weird iridescent shine on her eyes. I think they're alternative eyes. But so I do have to replace her eyes, and I've had her for years, and I keep talking about it, but I just haven't done it. Anyway, there's Gracie. And I put her limbs on an Ashton Drake body, one of those breathing babies, and that makes noise. So, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to see her chest rising and falling. And she breathes like a baby that just finished a bottle, and she coos. And her heart beats. So you can feel the heartbeat. Isn't that cool? She's so soothing to hold with her little heartbeat. I'm waiting for her to make some more noises so you guys can hear her. Come on, kiddo. Yeah, it does it every so often, so. But anyway, isn't she beautiful? So those are the noises she makes. We're going to dress her tonight. So yeah, I lost her. I got her, what my best friend gave her to me, and I miss her so much. I miss Karen. She died of cancer in September of 2018. What do you guys think? The blue pants with the blue shirt or the blue pants with the white butterfly shirt? I'm leaning toward the white, but what do you guys think? Blue with white? That's what I thought too. Anyway, so she has the breathing body. It's the one, it was one of, I don't remember, I think it might have been the Katie body that she has. Katie from Ashton Drake that breathes and coos and has a heartbeat. And she is so soothing to hold. So cute. I love it. I want to get, if I ever get the money, I want to get like a AI baby. You know, they have them at BabyCon, but I want to find someone who makes the authentic Reborns. Or silicone, I mean, you know, and have one that breathes and makes noise. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? That would be so awesome. I would love that so much. She's got the little butterflies on. What a cutie pootie, huh? She's still breathing, and she's got her heartbeat. Yeah, when I make the dog food, it takes a lot of work, and it really wears me out. So I have to finish tomorrow still, so it's not even done. And I was on my feet for like 7 hours today, and I didn't even get finished. There she is. Look at little Gracie. Isn't she a pumpkin? And you can only see the iridescent sheen to her eyes when you like have her pointed directly at the light. If she's not pointed at the light, you can't really see it. But I still think she's cute. I think she's a little pumpkin. Look at that baby. I only have a couple of small babies because I really like the bigger babies. I like my normal is 22 inches and up. And she is only 18 inches, and I have a Chase that's 18 inches, and then I have Elijah, who's the Willa by Cassie Brace, and she's like 19 or 20 inches. And then I have this, I'll show you in a minute, this limited edition kit from Michelle Faber. And what I've been told, and I don't know how true this is that This kit was started to make in, they started to make it into a kit, like to, to produce. And sorry, when I get tired, sometimes I stutter and have trouble putting my words together. So if I do, I'm sorry. But apparently, for whatever reason, they decided not to go forward. So as far as I've been told from other people, there's only a couple of these that were ever made of, not this one, but the other one that I'm going to show you guys. It just, the way it is, they just were, I don't know why they chose not to make the kit, but I've only seen one other one. And I forget who told me that, but somebody, one of the people that's friends with the artist told me that it was a kit that was never finished being made into a kit. So there was only a few that were made, and then for whatever reason they backed out. So there she is. And these batteries last a long time because I put this body on her in 2018, so 7 years ago, and I've never had to change the batteries yet. I don't use it a lot, but I haven't had to change the batteries yet. I used it a lot more before I got all my toddlers, but now I just have so many babies I don't play with her as much, but I still play with her. So there's Gracie. And I'll set her down, and then I'm going to go get the other one, the Michelle Faber one I want to show you guys. Oh, I got to go this way. Hold on. Yeah, I don't even, from what I've heard, it wasn't even named. So I couldn't tell you anything more about it than that because it just, that's what I was told. It was never named, and it's just a baby that was supposed to be made into a kit, but then for whatever reason, after a few were made, they backed off, so it was never finished being made into a kit. Sorry, I was grabbing her an outfit too, so that's why it took me a second. But here she is. Her name is Taryn, but I don't think there's a kit name, or if there was, this is what I'm going to put on her. If there was, somebody told me there wasn't even a name to this kit, but here she is. She's the Michelle Faber baby. And her name is Taryn. Look at her little hands. Isn't she cute? And she's not tiny. She's not like Sunny tiny. She's probably 19 or 20 inches. So she's a little bit bigger. But she is one of my smaller babies. So there she is. Let me sit down with her. We'll dress her. So how did everybody's day go today? I know besides me and my dog food story. You know, I don't mind making the dog food because, I really want my dogs to eat healthy, but it is so much work. We put so many different ingredients, lots and lots of different vegetables, many, I think probably 5 or 6 different kinds of meat. We use bison and lamb, and we use chicken, and we use pork, and we use hamburger, and we use steak. And the steak we leave raw so that they have some raw. Oh, sorry about my tube today. I had to take some medicine so I could change the tube. I had to change the tube in my body. I lost her sock. And when I change it, I have to take this azo medicine that treats infections and pain, and it turns my urine bright orange. So I apologize for that in advance, but that's, there's nothing I can do about that. So I apologize. Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, so this, I forgot why I kind of lost my place there. Anyway, it was, I don't think the kit was ever named. That's what I was getting at. Oh, she has booties on it, so she doesn't need socks. And yeah, so, but she's awful cute. I love her red hair. She's just adorable. She has 3/4 arms and legs. And I know that Michelle Faber made her, but one of the people who's friends with Michelle Faber told me that it was started to be made into a kit but never finished. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or how many of them there are out there, but she's very rare. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's got 3/4 arms and legs. That's what I was saying. And her hair is kind of coarse. It almost feels like wig hair. But I still love her. I love her red hair. She's so cute. This might be a little baggy on her. She's a tiny little thing. Maybe she'll fit into the newborn outfit. Let me try that on her. I've recently obtained some newborn clothes because I got my silicone baby, Chasey, and she wears newborn. And before that, I didn't have much newborn at all because I only had, one boy and one girl, or I have a couple girls actually. No, because the Willa doesn't fit into newborn. She wears 0 to 3 months. So Really her and Sunny are the only two that wear newborn. So I didn't have, and Tommy J is my only boy that wears newborn. So I didn't have a lot of newborn stuff. I just had a little tiny bit because I didn't have very many babies. But since I had Chasey around, now that I have Chasey and I want to dress her, should we use this yellow shirt with these checkered pants, or should we do the checkered pants with the, we'll do it with the white. Yeah, so because I have so few babies that fit that size, I didn't have much. I had given away almost all my newborn stuff. I had a few outfits for Tommy J and a few outfits for my Sonny. And that was about all I had. But now that I have my silicone baby, I have been buying some more outfits. So now I have more outfits than I had before. And I don't mind. I have plenty of space for the outfits. But just didn't have very many, you know, when you only have one or two babies in that size, you don't need a lot. So I just had a few outfits. But now that I have Chasey and I'm starting to get a few more that are newborn size, and I hadn't used this one yet. That's why it has the plastic thingy still on it. Now that I have Chasey and I like to dress her, I've bought a few more newborn outfits. So that's kind of cool because I just didn't have very much. I only had probably like 3 girls outfits and maybe 2 or 3 boys outfits. Because the only baby boy that I have that wears newborn is my Chase by Bonnie Brown. So he's the only one. I had a stroke in 2018, and so that's what causes the stuttering when I get overtired or my muscles get overworn out. But there she is. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she precious? Look at that face. In fact, my friend Karen, who I was telling you about, who bought me Gracie, she looks identical to Karen's daughter. Her daughter has the bright red hair and the blue eyes, and her face, I don't think I have a picture of her, but her face, her name is Brianna, but her face looks so much like Karen's daughter. It's so cute. Look at the little ruffles on the butt. Little ruffly butt, huh? So I was making dog food today. Thankfully, we make enough that, so besides the meat that I was telling you about, we put green beans and peas and carrots, green zucchini, yellow zucchini, spinach, eggs with the shells. We grind up the shells for their calcium. And then we use pasta, rice, and mashed potatoes, and we mix it all together, and it makes a really good meal for them. They all love it. They eat it like it's going out of style. They only get it at night, so they pick at dry food all day, and then they get the wet food at night. So it's pretty cool. I like it. I don't like making it because it's tiring, but the last time I made it was March, and now we're the 1st of June, so yeah, so it'll probably last me into October, this next batch. Anyway, there she is. Isn't Taryn cute? And Taryn has a twin. Not really, it's not actually a twin. It's not the same kid. But it is, sorry, I know the bag is kind of gross. But it is a Tate by Andrea Arcello. Let me grab him real quick and I'll show you. He's in the boys' nursery. Hang on one second. Coming. And this little guy is the Tate by Andrea Arcello, and his name is Tamsin. So we have Taryn and Tamsin. And when I originally named them, they were both girls. But Tamsin, I liked him as a boy. Isn't he cute? I love this kid, the Tate. And he's 0 to 3 months. He's wearing his little suit. Isn't he adorable with his little dress shoes? Isn't he cute? He is so cute. I don't think I have any boys' clothes over here to put on him, but I'll put him off to the side for right now. So how's everybody's day going? Hopefully it's going good. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Other than being tired, my day was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't a bad day. I'm sore and I'm tired from standing and doing the dog food. It's just a lot of work, so This is one of the outfits I got, and this one I got it a few days ago. And then I got this one. Isn't that cute? Those are for toddlers. I love this one. This one came with little pink sunglasses. Isn't that adorable? Little gold belt. I love the colors on it. It's so pretty. And then I got this little green sundress. Just a layered dress. And this little yellow sundress. So I think it's cute. I like it. I like it like that. All right, let's get Charlotte. Here's Charlotte Dawn. And she's the Pippa. I think the Pippa was Natalie Blick. But she's the Pippa. Hi, Chickie. Yeah, we're going to dress her. I still have those Squishmallows, so I need somebody to say they want them and claim them so I can send them to you, okay? We are right now having our deck rebuilt because it kind of fell apart. It was the boards, you know, in Oregon it rains all the time, and the boards were rotted. Between the middle to the end of September to the last week of June, it just constantly rains. In fact, we have had probably the nicest spring we've had in years this year, because it's been fairly sunny and really hasn't rained much, which is just not like Oregon. Usually it's pouring down rain and literally until the last day of June. And then right around, literally right like between the 28th and the 1st of July, it gets nice. So one of the things I love about Pippa is her chub legs. Look at them chub legs. Look at the chub legs. I might be getting a Susu, and I'm so excited about that. I have been looking for a Susu for years. And so I would be so excited if I can get it. That would be awesome. So, yeah, Susu is really hard to find, and I have been looking for one. I've been looking for a Susu, a Devi by Ping Lao, and a Vincente. Those are the three that I've been looking for a really long time, and they're so hard to find. The Vincente is almost impossible to find. Susu is really hard, and Devi is really hard. I could buy the blank kit, but I really want a finished one. So I might have to settle with buying the blank kit. It just might have to be that way. So yeah, Devi is such a cutie with the little tongue sticking out. I don't know if you guys know which one Devi is, but it's got the edge of the little tongue sticking out. It's so cute. It's a Ping Lao baby. There's a few Ping Laos I want to get. Cami, Devi, Kaya, maybe Soleil. I don't know. But I really want a Devi, a Vincente, and a Susu. But I might have found a Susu, so I'm super excited. I hope that doesn't fall through. Doesn't she look cute? She's so cute, and I love her hair. She's got like real curl to her hair, and I love it because it's just so pretty. So tell me, guys, what did you do today? It's a Saturday. Did everybody have a nice Saturday? I know most places in the U.S. it's been nice weather, so I hope you guys had nice weather. I know, like I said, we have had nice weather. It's just been unusually mild and dry this spring. We have had a few days of rain, but you know, this is Oregon, the rain capital of the world. So, literally, it like rains. I think we normally get about 300 out of 365 days a year of rain. Yeah, it is like perpetually raining in Oregon. So to have a dry spring is so unlike Oregon. But it's been really nice. I've enjoyed it because we've been able to work in the garden and plant some stuff for the spring, when usually when we plant, we have to do it in the rain. So it's been really nice out, and I really like that. It's also good on your mood. You know, people in Oregon really suffer from seasonal depression a lot because of the fact that it rains so much here. In fact, even babies, like young children, need to take vitamin D here in Oregon. And in most places, they tell you not to give vitamin D to babies, that it's dangerous for them. It could be toxic. But here in Oregon, we just don't get enough sun. So everybody's vitamin D deficient. Like I take vitamin D and I think I take like 6 of them or something like that. 6 of the 2,000 IU. So you really need a lot of vitamin D here in Oregon. We just don't get hardly enough rain. That's the biggest issue. I mean, we don't get hard enough rain. We don't get enough sun. So, you know, a lot of people get their vitamin D from the sun, and we just don't, because we just never have sun. We have so much rain here. So that's okay though. You know, it is what it is. You live where you live. Trying to pull all her bangs down because I end up getting some of them in the ponytail, and then you get the ones that are too long, you know. So what's the weather where you guys? I'd like to do a roll call and see where you guys are all at. That would be cool. Can you guys put in the comments where you're from? Does anybody here live in Alaska? I would love it, because I have a question. I heard that part of the year it's like literally dark for 6 months and then light for 6 months. Is that true? That's kind of odd, but I mean, to me, because I've never lived there. But I just wondered if that was true, that it, like, you know, 6 months it's dark and 6 months it's light, or is that only on certain years? Is that actually true? I was just curious. So if anybody here is from Alaska, tell me. And if there's anybody from Hawaii, I really want to go to Hawaii. That's my dream, to go to Hawaii. Hawaii and Italy. So if you live in Hawaii, tell me if it's beautiful. I would love to see pictures of Hawaii. Not like the stock photos that people, you know, put on Google, but like personal photos, you know, of like areas in Hawaii. That would be really cool, because I want to go to the Bahamas, I want to go to Hawaii, and I want to go to Italy. I really love tropical weather. All right, let's get this back here. There we go. All right, let's just brush. Let's go from here and we'll go across like that. There we go. Okay. So, how's everybody's babies doing today? You guys doing good with your babies, huh? Are the babies being good? Or are they misbehaving? Whoops, I lost that. Oh, there. No, that's not it. All right, let me grab another one. As usual, Evie's down here with me, but she's underneath the crib laying down. So she's incognito right now. So yeah, I want, if I can get this Susu I'm going for, I'll be super stoked. And then I want to go for a Devi. And if I can't find one, I'm just going to have to buy the kit, because I have a friend who could make it. I was kind of hoping I'd find a finished one, but that's not looking like it's going to happen. So I may have no choice but to get a blank kit. But I really want a Devi. And I really want a Vincente and a Susu. So yeah, I would love to get a Vincente. I saw the prototype Vincente with the red hair. Oh my gosh, he was so pretty, like beyond pretty. You don't even know. I just fell absolutely in love with him, with those little cheekers. So cute. So cute. Does anybody out there have a Vincente? If you do, tell me about it. Do you like it? Do you like the kit? And he's a bigger baby. I mean, he's not huge, but he's a bigger baby. Yeah, I messed up her ponytail, so I gotta fix it. Yeah. I really, it irks me if the ponytails aren't even, you know what I mean? Like if they're offset. You got one more forward and one more back, or one, you know, I don't like that. It drives me crazy. So that's why sometimes you'll see me make a ponytail and then take it out, because I need to make them even. Otherwise, I don't like the way it looks. We haven't dressed Charlotte in a while, so it's good that we're dressing her today. There we go. I love her curls. You don't even, I mean, I scrunch them to make them more curly, but you don't even have to scrunch them. Her hair is just, I'd love to find out what kind of hair this is, because I would love to have a toddler like a Susu or something with shorter hair, and these curls would be awesome. I would just love it. Like not quite this long, but maybe like like to here. So like a little pixie cut like Heidi has, that would be so cute. I would love to have red curls that are this soft. So there's Charlotte. Huh. She's such a pretty baby. She makes a good sibling to the Benjamin kit. I have seen a few Benjamins. Maybe in the future I'll try to get one, but right now that's not on my priority list. So there she is. Look at her. Look at that baby. So cute. We'll just put one bow in because I don't have the other bow sitting next to me. Where you going, kiddo? There you go. Ordered this from walmart.com. It's so cute. I love this. I could use like 5 more of these. I just love this print and this and the overalls, and it's really soft. Isn't it cute? Doesn't she look cute? All right, let me sit her right there, and I think we'll change Kennedy. Let's see, what do we want to put on Kennedy, huh? So anyway, I hope everybody's having a good day. What'd you guys do today? Anything exciting? I had a craving yesterday like nobody's business to go to the beach. I wanted to go to the coast and hang out at the beach, but I can't go by myself because of my disability, and I didn't have anyone to go with me, so I was really bummed because I just had an aching to go to the beach, you know? That's 3 months. That's not going to fit a toddler. But you know, when you just have a craving to go somewhere, that's how I was yesterday. I was really restless. I really wanted to go out, but I especially wanted to go to the beach, and I just couldn't. So I was really bummed yesterday about that. I mean, it's okay, you know. I knew I needed to relax and chill because I had to do the dog food today. So it wasn't too bad relaxing, but I gotta grab a white shirt. But I'm trying not to show you guys or flash you my bag because I know it's nasty. But it was a nice day. It was like 85 degrees yesterday, and I was just craving to go to the beach. And I asked a few people, but they had plans and they couldn't go. So I was kind of bummed because I really wanted to go to the beach and I just couldn't. So we'll dress Morgan next because we haven't dressed Morgan in a little while. Come here, Morgan. Oh, here's a headband for her. Yeah, so just had a craving yesterday to go to the beach, but it didn't work out for me. And the beach isn't close by. I mean, there's lakes that are close by, but the beach, it's like to go to the ocean, it's not close by. We can get to the ocean, but it takes about 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on traffic, from here to get to the Pacific Ocean. And usually there's lots of towns on the coast, but usually we go to Lincoln City, Oregon. That's where the casino Chinook Winds is. We don't really go to Chinook Winds. If we go to the casino, we go to Spirit Mountain, which is on the way to Chinook Winds, but it's not as far as Chinook Winds. But I just brought it up because some of you who have been to Chinook Winds, like when you're visiting or something, might know where Lincoln City is because it has Chinook Winds. So that's what I was wanting to do yesterday, but it just didn't work out for me. I need to find you some white socks, kiddo. So I was a little bit bummed. I really wanted to go to the beach, but it's okay. You know, like I said, I hung out with the dogs and I rested because I knew I had work to do today with the dog food, and I just didn't want to be, you know, pushing it too much. So it was okay. And it was a short-lived craving, you know. I didn't get to do it, and I was like, all right, whatever. Yeah, it's hard when you're disabled because I fall a lot and stuff, and I'm not supposed to drive very far, so I can't really go by myself. I have to go with someone else. And it kind of stinks sometimes. I'm sure as many of you with a disability know, you can't just up and take off, you know, by yourself if you need help and there's nobody there. So it's hard losing your independence, you know. It's hard to realize there are certain things you just can't do by yourself anymore, you know. And going to the beach that far from home is one of them. So one of these days I'll get someone, maybe my daughter or something, to go to the beach with me. Just not today. So I actually had a couple people on Facebook say they saw my channel, which I'm really excited about because, like I said, I really want to get the word out and get the subscribers up so I can give away a baby. You know, and I'm really super excited. So that was nice to have somebody say, "Oh, I saw your YouTube channel," and I was like, "What, really?" Because you know I just started, but I thought that was really cool. It made me feel good. When I know a couple of you guys have YouTube channels. I told you guys you should put your YouTube channels in the comments so I can subscribe to you. I haven't checked my comments lately, but I'm going to check tonight. So if you put in about your YouTube channel and I haven't subscribed yet, don't worry, I will. I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to go through my comments and see what everybody's saying. I just hadn't had a chance to do it yet this last couple of days, except for yesterday. I've been kind of busy, so. All right, let's take those out of her hair. But I really want to subscribe to everybody's YouTube channels. So tonight I'm going to go through the comments, and if you put your YouTube channel in there, I will absolutely subscribe tonight, okay? Sorry, I'm kind of struggling a little bit with my hands tonight, so I have to use the comb to grab the elastic. I can't do it with just my hands. Today I watched Moana. No, I didn't watch Moana today. I watched, what did I watch? Encanto. That's what I watched. And then I watched, because I was making dog food, I just had the iPad next to me on the counter. And so I watched Encanto, and I watched Luca, and I watched The Devil Wears Prada, and I watched, what was the first one I watched? Oh, and I watched it, yeah, I said Encanto, but I watched Encanto too. And I really enjoyed that. It was nice. I just, you know, watching something or, you know, listening to music or whatever really, like, you know, takes your mind off pain when you're not feeling so hot, you know. So I watched that so I could get through making the dog food without too much discomfort. It still hurts, but it takes your mind off the pain a little bit when you watch something or listen to music or whatever. All right, we're not gonna, I was gonna put a little bit over more one side than the other, but that's not gonna work out. So we'll just do it side like this. Put in the comments what your favorite Disney movies are. Okay, I'm interested. And also tell me about your pets. I love animals. I have lots of animals. I have 7 dogs, 2 chinchillas, a tortoise, and 4 frogs. And we used to have 3 chameleons as well, but they've passed away now. So, and they all died pretty close to each other. Let's see, Jesse died first, and he died in November. He was our male veiled chameleon. And then Jack died about, like, literally almost a month to the day after him. So he was also a veiled. And then Jasmine, our panther chameleon, passed away just within the last month. I don't remember exactly which day it was, but it was within the last month. So we've lost all our chameleons, and now we just have the frogs, the tortoise, the chinchillas, and the dogs. We decided, even though we had been rescuing chameleons, that we just didn't want to do anymore for a while. You know, they don't live a super long time, and it's hard to say goodbye. So let me see how Morgan looks. Oh, look at that cutie. Sorry, I got some spray on her. There we go. Look at that cute little, you know she's up to no good, right? Look at that face. She's thinking about making some trouble, that's for sure. Also, let me know if anybody has a Vincente for trade or sale, because I'd like to eventually find one. I love Vincente, or a Devi. Yeah. Isn't she a stinker? Look at that face. You know she's up to no good. Yeah, you know she's up to no good, huh? Huh, stinker? You up to no good? So there's Morgan. She's just chilling. She's chilling. What is that from? I think it's from Chia Pet, right? Chia. All right. Maybe we'll dress one more baby. before we end the video. I am so tired tonight. I can't, like, even think about it. I'm so tired. It's crazy how tired I am. All right, let me just pick this up so you guys don't see it because it looks gross. Oh, I have another outfit here. I'll put on one of these babies. Actually, you know what? I'll put it on Miss Elijah, Miss Elijah. So this is my Elijah. She is the Willa by Cassie Brace. And she is weighted so perfectly. She's got the perfect amount of flop and the perfect amount of weight. Look. She's super squishy, and she's got the perfect amount of flop, the perfect amount of weight, and she's just so cuddly. What I did with my Chase by Bonnie Brown is that I went on Amazon and I got a silicone breast, like one of those prosthetic boobs that's made of silicone, and it's really, really squishy. And I put it in his tush. I put one on each side of his tush, so it gave him like butt cheeks. And I just love it. I call it butt therapy. Holding him and patting his behind is so soothing. You don't even know. Because of the silicone breast. And I put one in his tummy too. So I highly recommend that. You can go on Amazon. You can find the silicone breasts. And then you can just take your baby's leg off. And you can just pop that silicone boob right there through his leg, like into the tush, and it's so perfect. It just feels so real. It's awesome. I love it so much. And in the belly is really cool too, because then like sometimes they'll be sitting next to me and I'll just be sitting there like rubbing their bellies, so when they feel real, it's so cool. It's got that little squishiness, so I love it. Yeah, Elijah can wear some newborn, but it's a little small on her. It's a little tight, and I don't really like my clothes tight very much, so I tend to put her in 0 to 3 months or 3 months. Even though they're a little baggy, I prefer to have my clothes baggy than tight on my babies. What do you guys think? Do you like tighter fitting clothes, or do you like them to be a little bit baggy? What's your feeling? I always know that when my clothes are baggy, I'm more comfortable. So I think that's one of the reasons I like them to be in baggier clothes. And she has painted hair, so we don't have to do her hair. But here's little Willa. She's the Willa kit, but her name is Elijah. And I actually had another Willa that I traded, but her name was Isaiah. So I got obsessed for a while with boys' names, but a girl's version. So I did Elijah, Alijah. And then for Isaiah, I spelled it like Isaiah, except the first letter was an A instead of an I. That's the only thing. It was Asaiah. So, yeah, it was perfect. So this is little Miss Elijah. If I do want to name another baby Isaiah, though, because I really like that name, but I don't have one to name that at this moment. So maybe if I get the Susu, I'll name her Isaiah. Look at that little pumpkin. Look at that little pumpkin. Isn't she cute? She's so squishy. All right. All right, my ladybugs. I'm going to let you guys run. I love you guys. I hope you have a great evening. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.